Hey guys, welcome to the video. So in this video I'm going to be reviewing Star Wars High Republic Light of the Jedi, written by Charles Soule, and it's the first book in the High Republic series. Before we get started, I just want to say a massive thanks because yesterday I hit 100 subscribers. So thanks to everyone who subscribed, I'm so happy with that, and if you're one of my OG subscribers, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And if you've just found me, I do a lot of Star Wars reviews, comic book reviews, just anything relating to that. I do top 10 lists as well, so if that's your kind of thing, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's get into the review. So kicking off with what I liked, I thought this is a really good introduction to the High Republic era. It's really cool to actually see Jedi in their prime without like the downfall of the Jedi. It's just really cool to see what Jedi were like 200 years before the Phantom Menace, what they're like in their prime, and the way that they viewed the Force and the galaxy around them. Because in this book, they're not soldiers like they are in the prequels. They're not extinct like they were in the originals. They're Jedis and they're peacekeepers, and they go about doing what they have to do, and whenever they're needed, that's where they are. They're not focused on fighting some war. They're just there to keep the peace and like they were meant to do. I really love the start of this book. It starts off this big, massive, cataclysmic event where this ship is about to crash into this planet, and the Jedi essentially have to stop this from happening with the help of the people that live on the planet. Throughout the first part of this book, the first few chapters, we see this event from different point of views and how different Jedi are going about it. Each of these chapters was quite short, and it told you how long they had until impact, and which I thought was really cool because it really increased a sense of urgency as well. So not only is that, you're also getting introduced to a lot of these cool characters as well. Like, we see this happening from these different characters' perspectives and what these different characters are doing to stop it and how they plan to stop it. I thought it was really well done, and it was a great way to introduce us to not only just this era but also these different characters who we're going to get to know throughout. Two standout characters to me were actually Loden and Bell. Loden's a Twilight Jedi Master and Bell is his Padawan. I just loved the interactions between them, and I felt like Bell had a really good journey in it, training as a Padawan to become a Jedi Knight. I just thought it was really cool, and the way him and Loden interact, you get a good sense of just friends and not just master and apprentice. Like, two of them are friends, and whenever like Bell does something, Loden is really proud of him, and you can really see that in the writing, and I thought it was really well done. One of my favourite things in this book is actually the descriptions of the Jedi as well. It described as these like stoic and godly figures, and I just thought it was really fitting for the book because obviously a lot of people don't see Jedi, so whenever we see these Jedi, we are introduced to them, they're described as like stoic and godly beings, and it just kind of really fits with like the legends of the Jedi and the fact that to everyone they're like wizards, like the Force is magic to everyone else around them. Whereas the Jedi, it's just what they do, and I just thought it was really cool because it kind of shows you a perspective of the Jedi from someone who isn't a Jedi's point of view, and I was a big fan of that as well. I was also a big fan of the way they describe the Force. We get a lot of different descriptions and how different Jedi view the Force. Like, they don't all view it in the same way, and they can feel like a disturbance in the Force, but they describe it in different ways, and I thought that was really cool, and it kind of made each Jedi feel a bit more unique as well. One of my favourite things in this book was actually the antagonist of the book. I don't know how you say it, it's like either the Nihil or the Nihil. It's that, but they seem really cool. The way they get described is just as these like terrifying like bandits. Like, they're essentially bandits in the Star Wars universe, but they're described as terrifying. They have these big warships, they use smoke, they have all these different tactics, and people are terrified of them, and even the Jedi are like, what are these things? And the Jedi even seem a bit scared of them as well. When we are introduced to these Nihils, there's like different sectors of it, and you have like things like the storms and stuff, and I thought that was really cool. And it has like different leaders, and these like this group, they work together, but they'll kill each other as well if they have to, which I thought was really cool. It just kind of gave the sense that they're just like cruel, and I thought it was awesome. One of the specific members of the Nihil, the leader, the Eye, Mariakan Ro, I can't remember how to say his name, but he was like, we got a lot of like time with him, and he was really cool, and I thought it was just really intimidating and really terrifying. Whenever he was giving speeches, like while you're reading it, you're just getting like goosebumps because he just sounds creepy and terrifying and intimidating, and I thought it was a great villain in this book. I also really liked the third part in the book as well. Just like in part one, part three has another sense of urgency. There's big space battles going on, there's big battles going on, there's the Jedi's fighting, and it's great, and it just genuinely feels like a classic Star Wars story, and it's what you want. It kind of bums me out to say like the second part of the book wasn't necessarily the strongest. I just felt like in the second part, it just kept jumping between too much, like different events, and you really couldn't get invested in this one thing that was happening with the characters, and it just kind of like, it caused it to have a lot of pacing issues as well, which kind of made it a bit hard to read at times, and sometimes it'd be a bit hard to follow along because there was so much going on. It kind of ties into the other problem as well. There was just like way too many characters in the book at one point. Because while I said, right, these characters do seem interesting and they do seem like pretty cool setup and stuff, but like while I was interested in them, I didn't really particularly feel invested in a lot of them because you didn't get enough time to know them, and it just kept jumping between these different characters. Apart from the two I mentioned, Belle and Loden, I just kind of felt like you maybe got a bit more time with them, but with the other ones, like there's a character called Ava Chris, and she sounds really cool, and the description we get is like, she does seem like a genuine badass, but we don't get a lot of time with her, and it just kind of like, you want more time, but you don't really get that, and I do get that as a setup book, but at the same time, like, I kind of wish it just kind of maybe focused on her and Loden and Belle, because the other characters you just don't get enough time with, and it just kind of feels a bit like it's this one event is happening, but you don't get invested in much of the characters. There's a lot of pacing issues as well when you're reading it. Like I said, it's a bit of a hard to get through at points, and you just kind of kept jumping between points, and it got a bit too difficult to get invested in. That means when you get to the third part, because the first and the third part of the book are so locked in, they are the best parts of the book. Like the beginning and essentially the end are the best parts of the book, with that middle bit just feeling that wee bit, a bit too much going on and just a bit hard to get through. Overall, I still thought it was a really fun book, and I did really enjoy reading it. And like I said, you still get your classic Star Wars elements like space battles, just big battles with the Jedi and stuff. And I did think it was really cool, and it's a really good setup to this era. I just hope going forward we get more interactions with these characters. Like, I really want to see more about Ava, Chris, and I want to see more about a lot of these different characters, especially the Wookiee Padawan. I don't know how to say his name, I'll butcher it, but I want to see more of him as well, because I like the description we got of him, and I just kind of wish we got more time with the characters. But overall, it's still a really enjoyable book, and I would highly recommend it. My final rating for it would definitely be a B. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments if you read the book, and if you have, did you enjoy it? And if you've not read it yet, let me know, what are you interested in reading it, and does it spark your interest? So thanks a lot for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to subscribe as well, and I hope to see you in the next video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching.